ready? You gonna look up?
Look up and say cheese.
All right. Hey guys.
Hey.
So today, Vernae and I went to a resilience hub for the northeast side of Wilmington, Delaware, which is where I am from. This resilience hub, it was phenomenal. It was amazing. There was so much information given by Delaware's first resilience team. Like, they did an amazing job. This was one of their first meetings. A few years ago, people may not know, but a few years ago, a part of Wilmington, the northeast side of Wilmington, was flooded. And a lot of people are still displaced today due to that flooding and some of the after effects that it had. We'll put some pictures up so that you can kind of see what the flooding looked like. But a lot of people lost a lot of things.
Hence the reason for why this resilience hub was created. A lot of people didn't have anywhere to go, so many of them were able to go to the POW right there on Market Street, and find some kind of safety and security, but they were displaced out of their homes. So what the Resilience Hub is trying to do is basically put together an emergency kit and emergency information regarding your evacuation route. So if many of you do not have a plan in place with your family that you've routinely discussed about, safe places for you to go, how would you travel, which evacuation route would you take, and the necessities that you need. Do you have an emergency backpack or duffel bag? What things are in there?
And this is important when you come and when you think about your mindset and finances and how you have to be prepared for anything. Yes. And one of the things that we go by is stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's right. I feel like a lot of us go by that. But when it comes to having a plan in case of an emergency, we're not ready. And so that's what this Resilience Hub is. And hopefully this idea will be able to help other communities with also building these type of hubs so that in the case of an emergency, you know where you should go, where are you reporting to. A lot of times we don't know what to do in case of an emergency.
Not only that, do you also have copies of your personal information?
Yeah.
What if there's a fire and you're locked out of your home? Majority of the time fires happen when people are sleeping.
Yeah.
So if you wake up, you're not thinking about grabbing
what do I get?
grabbing your wallet. You're thinking about grabbing your kids, right?
Yeah.
You're not thinking about grabbing shoes or food or anything.
What should you be doing?
Keys to your car, anything, because you're in shock mode. So they've put together some things. These are just some starter kits to help us kind of prepare for those situations, right?
Yeah, and kind of what you just said, if the fire alarm goes off. We actually had an incident this week where our neighbor's fire alarm was going off, apparently because one of the children were playing with the stove and it caught fire, and because he was a kid, he just was in shock. So this is something that could have impacted us because, again, this was our neighbor. So you never know. It may not be an emergency directly because of you and your situation in your household. It may be because of some of the things that are happening around us. So we're going to show you some of the things that we got today in this Resilience Hub. We're excited because you're going to see, we are actually included in the Resilience Hub. So you're going to see how this all plays out. So to start off, I'm going to lift this up so you can see what they gave us. This is our kit. So this is the kit that they gave us. It is a 5-gallon bucket from Lowe's. So this is
that's big.
Yeah, that's huge. But it's a 5-gallon bucket, and you see, it's all in there. So we're going to show you. And it comes with the lid. We just took the lids off because they're hard to get off. So Vernae popped them. But but we have a lid for it, which is awesome. So you want to show them your one first item?
Absolutely. So the first thing is they gave us Clorox wipes. So not only do these come in handy, like I said, if there's an emergency, but if you don't have water, You want to be able to wipe off things, disinfect things, wipe off your hands. It's really not made for your body. It's for surfaces. But,
in an event of emergency and your hands are dirty,
right.
You can use a Clorox wipe.
That's right.
But also, if you have to sterilize, like...
This is a pound. This is pretty heavy.
Yeah, this is heavy. This is a nice one. So, they gave us some Clorox wipes.
Thank you. What else we got?
So, our second item, I'll hold up 2 at a time because there's quite a bit of stuff in here. We have a lighter and we have rope. So, lighter and rope. These are very important in the case of an emergency. You may not have to tie some stuff, or you may have to burn some stuff.
Right, we were also given a first aid kit, and this is a pretty hefty first aid kit. If we go ahead and open it up, you gonna open yours?
I can.
Go ahead.
I don't want to. It's gonna take a lot.
Okay, well we won't open the first aid kit, but just know that it's pretty thick. We just want to show them a couple items that are in there, but it's pretty thick. All right, we'll open the first aid kit.
Right, we're gonna open it. Luckily, it's already bagged.
All
so.
right, let's show them what you're pulling out the bag.
Oh, I'm sorry, I pulled it. So this was the first aid kit. This was the bag, and so you see what I can see off the top. So it looks like there's some eye wash, some safety pins, Q-tips. This is for if you need to do mouth to mouth or CPR.
Open the bag.
There's an emergency blanket in here. Some
iodine.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Gauze.
Yeah, some gauze, some band-aids. It looks like some kind of bracelet. I don't know, but it's a lot of stuff in here. So
Ashley doesn't want to open it because she don't want to pop the top on her new bag.
Then when you gotta put it all back in. So
we can never get it back in the way we took it out.
Right. But they gave us this. All right. And what's the other thing we got? You had something else.
Oh, they gave a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Just in case, one, like I said, you get thirsty, or if you need to take some medicine. You never know if you're in a situation and you didn't take your medicine. That's important.
Yeah, that's very important. As someone who has to take medicine, that is very important. What you got? The radio.
Go ahead. Right. You got your crank radio.
So we got a crank solar powered radio, which is pretty dope.
That's pretty dope.
That's really, really dope. That's good. We're
gonna open that. We're gonna open it. If not, I got one too. We're gonna open mine. I'm actually being selfish today, y'all. She don't want to open her stuff because it's new. I know it's an emergency, but come on.
I guess they did tell us to make sure we know how to use it.
I mean, we already have a crank radio for our RV in case of emergency.
So the radio is open, and so
that
you
watching
don't
Fear of the Walking Dead.
Shut up. So if you don't have power, you can crank this up, and you can actually hear what's happening. But the good thing is also a flashlight.
Has a light.
I guess I haven't cranked mine enough for the flashlight to come on. Let's see. Do I at least have some tunage?
All right. I don't know how to turn my light off, y'all, but I'm gonna crank my radio.
Hit the button at the top.
I did. Yeah. All right. It's not doing it, so I'm gonna just crank it.
Yeah.
Crank that. Oh, crank that. Oh, that's the Soldier Boy, right? Crank that. Oh.
All right, but let me see. Does yours? Will yours? Let me see. Oh, and then that's another thing is on the back. We have a charger, so
we can charge our
phones and stuff.
So make sure you got that arm power so you can get enough juice in there.
There we go. Something
up. Watch some of these out.
I don't know why yours won't go.
No, but that static is the radio.
It's old school radio.
Yeah, pull the antenna up. For you kids that don't know what this is an antenna. Helps you get a better signal. We'll take a piece of foil with us also, just in case.
We have some bags in there. But
we'll have to find it.
That's particularly relevant in the community that you're involved with because there's a lot of drug stigma still, and in a lot of cases the psychedelics that people are using therapeutically are illegal. So how does community play into the work that you're doing? Well, I think part of the reason why I created my group was because I saw a lack of space for people of color, and I wanted to create a space just for us. I think people are mostly looking for their experiences to be reflected through another person, to be able to relate and connect.
This was not
because
on
a lot of
purpose.
times,
It's crazy. Yeah, we
experiences
just so
are
happen
kind
to
of
find this
beyond
channel.
words, and like you said, because they're illegal, there's still a stigma attached to them, and so people don't feel like they can just talk openly online about their experiences or gauge to see if the other person will judge them or not.
All right, yeah, we're gonna tune into that later, guys.
Yeah, so you got radio. He's right. You see that we have radio. This light not going off.
That's not. We're gonna have to put it in the dark and maybe it'll go off in the dark.
I think I turned it back on. Turn the hit the volume.
Pump up the volume.
There you go. And then the second thing is, did you pull this one up? We got a 36 burning hour candle. It actually smells like nothing.
It smells like wax.
Yeah, that's what it says, soy wax. So 36 hours. Apparently you can do 12 hours per wick. Oh, they gave us...
And they gave us, sorry, back on the crank radio, and they gave us little, what do you call these, converters? Yeah, converter adapter pieces for our iPhones and our Galaxies, along with a cord. So you're able to charge your phone.
Oh, that is nice. I got one too.
See, don't be moving so fast. Girl. Nah, this is a big bucket. She's just trying to get through the bucket.
Yeah, we're already 11 minutes in. Yeah. I guess we gotta edit
Every
this.
community should have this in place. Like, seriously, every household. If you don't have an emergency plan with your children, please create one. You should have an emergency bag with at least a couple pairs of clothes in there, some socks, some underwear. I know my mom always telling me, make sure you wear clean underwear because you never know what happened. Make sure you guys have some clean underwear in there. Toothbrush, toothpaste.
Yeah.
Keep that kind of stuff around. Even like a first aid kit, having that in your car is extremely important.
Yeah, we went to an event recently and they were giving away first aid kits, and we were like, yeah, we'll get one from everybody. Like, we will get one from everybody.
Yes.
Okay, what we have?
I have a notebook.
Okay. Oh yeah, I have one of those.
In case you need to write a message, or you're unable to talk, or you just want to leave a note for your kids. You never know.
Yeah.
Another first aid kit.
Okay, I have one of those.
This is a senior roll call, and this is thanks to the Newcastle County Police Department.
This was actually pretty cool, the senior roll call. So they call the elderly. They give them a call every day between the hours of 8 to 10, like a real person. And they'll call them just to make sure that they're awake, they're up, they're okay. And if they don't answer the call within 3 attempts, then they go through a process and a step to, contact the emergency contact. Or then they also check the hospitals and stuff like that just to make sure that you are safe, your elders are safe, but then they also give them just a little bit of information, and they said it's like 10 seconds just to make sure that they're okay. So
10 minutes.
They said 10 seconds. They said it's like a 10-second call.
Me and you are taking 10 seconds right here. Just
but if they're just saying, like they said, they tell them a joke and then that's it. They're just checking on them to make sure that they woke up.
Are you awake?
Yeah.
Are you alive?
They were just checking on you, and they say yeah. And if they have anything that they want to talk about, they said they'll talk about it. But if they don't want to talk, it's just 10 seconds.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I'm alive. Bye.
Yeah. That's what she said. She said that's what he will pick up.
I can definitely see my grandmother doing that.
I'm here.
I'm here. I'm still here.
Have a good one. Yeah, so some older people are like that. Like, they just straight to the point. We know that. So, but then the second thing is we have a hygiene kit. So the hygiene kit, it has like some toilet paper in it, a menstrual pad, some tissues, some, I gotta look and see, some mouthwash. You have one?
Oh, I do.
Some,
shampoo,
some shampoo.
Shampoo and body wash.
Toothpaste, soap, a nail file. So it's a whole hygiene kit also, just to make sure that we have everything that we need. It's pretty dope.
And they have them for men and women, so there are different buckets. So the men actually told Ashley, I said they can give me the men's razor because for some reason the men's razors always work so much better.
Right.
They're ugly, but they work. But anyhow, they have men's hygiene stuff as well. And then, so you can just let them know, hey, I need one for my male companion,
Yep.
and they'll be able to assist you with that.
Yep. And
These are just the female emergency kits.
Yep. Then we also were able to get some ponchos. So we have ponchos. Each of us have 2.
Yeah, don't rain on my head.
All right. So you have.
Ponchos.
I have yellow. I have green. They also gave us masks. So they said these are N95 masks.
Getting towards the end of the bucket.
Right? And you hear how much
My
we have.
masks. My 2 masks. Oh, I have a blue one. Is that blue or green? That's green. I can't tell. It's green. Green and gray. More tissues. And Mozzie Oak. What is this? Floating. Oh, this is the pocket knife. So they also gave us. Slash, gash, cut another hole in you. Mozzie, now I gotta go watch scary movie.
Right.
But
Mozzie Oak. Tell me what movie that's for.
Well, we won't tell him just yet. See if
Mosi.
you can get it. Mosey, is that what it is? Mosi. I can't. Okay, Mosi.
Mossy.
It's probably backwards. But anyway, it's a pocket knife, like a Swiss Army knife. Oh no, it's just a knife.
Yeah, it's just a knife.
That's a good knife too. Yeah, that's a good knife. So in case of an emergency, let's say you don't have any food, you can cut a fish. You can fillet a fish.
You can do what I just said, slash, gash, cut another whole meal.
Don't be cutting holes with people, guys.
But yeah, so you get a knife. That was nice.
That was nice. Not all of them.
Awesome. This is a emergency thermal blanket. So we got emergency thermal blanket. These are gloves. So there are gloves in here. They have little packs of gloves. And we have a
whistle.
an emergency whistle.
What do you think? What's the first thing that you think of when you hear whistle? People may think of sports, but I think of stranger danger.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Because as soon as she said whistle, I was like, oh, stranger danger.
Yeah.
You right. You look suspect.
Yes, you do. Yeah,
We just gonna blow.
we're gonna blow that.
Oh, you got socks?
Yes.
I didn't get socks.
So socks. We said that earlier. Make sure you have socks. It's
I
more
have to
tissue.
get some socks.
Some matches, and a pen. And a pen.
And a headlamp.
Oh, I didn't get the headlamp.
See? I got a headlamp, and I'm
Oh,
mad that she told them to take them out the box because it was 2 in each box. And I thought that was important to have 2 headlamps because there's typically 2 people in the household. But I'm gonna get some socks, and Ashley's gonna get a headlamp. We're just gonna throw that in our bucket.
Oh, you don't have a candle either. Did you get a candle?
Oh, is that this?
Oh yeah.
I did get a candle.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't pull my candle.
All right.
And I got the matches also.
Okay.
But yeah, so these things are important. So what we do with our son is we actually have a backpack. I should have brought the backpack over here. I didn't. But we can show you guys in a picture or something later.
We'll show you.
Yeah, we actually have a backpack where we also have a collapsible shovel, a pick, as well as a
Fishing pole. Yeah.
A collapsible fishing pole. I thought that was important to have because, like I said, we have an RV. We spend a lot of time in our RV, and we love to just be able to pull over, go fishing, go catch some lunch or some dinner, and jump back on the road.
Yeah, and it's very important also to have other things like. People laugh at us, but like we have a toilet in our
like collapsible
like a
toilet.
little collapsible toilet, and just different things like little small pots, pans, just because you never know. But making sure that if something was to happen, you're prepared to sustain and to be okay if there is an emergency.
Yeah.
Now, when we said that we are also inside of this kit, this emergency preparedness kit. The way that we were included, the way that we
our contribution
contributed to this was.
Hold on, before you say that, she's pulling her paper out of a plastic envelope, which is also important to have. Earlier, I think in the beginning of this, I was saying that it's extremely important that you guys keep your documents in something. So they gave us a clear
folder
to put these documents in.
Yeah.
And if you can get something that is waterproof, it may not be fireproof, but at least waterproof.
To be able to hold these. And it's important to have not the original copies of these things, but the copy. A copy of it, so that in case of an emergency, you're not able to grab the whole thing, you have a copy.
Of your financial documents.
So yeah, and how we contributed was we gave a list of the financial documents that are needed in case of an emergency. So we have a full list of this. And it just goes over, what is your legal name? What is like your birth certificate, your driver's license, your social? Where do you live? Your mortgage or lease, marriage and certificates, death, divorce. So just the different certificates that you have.
And again, copies, not the originals.
Yeah, just copies. Also, we put on here your estate documents. So like a will, a trust. Also, income and your liabilities. So where do you get paid at? And like your bank information. Yeah, your banking information, your deeds, your trusts, like what are those things, the location if you have safe deposit boxes, but then also your health information. And that was what I was noticing too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So I didn't get that copy, but that's okay because we'll give it to you guys. If you like a copy, just click on the link below and we'll get that this copy to you.
Yeah. But then for your health, we also did health information because we understand about health conditions. And so to put this in there, so if you have any kind of medical conditions, what happens and how do you treat it? Your doctor's information, your prescriptions, what are the numbers, what are the, your frequency, the dosage, so different things, your medical order forms if you do not want to resuscitate, like what are those different things? Are you allergic to stuff?
That's important.
Yeah, that's very important. But it's not just for you, it's also for your partner, it's also for your children, and also for your pets. So it's a checklist, not just for your personal stuff, but to ensure that you have this stuff for everyone who, is in your immediate family. And sometimes that's your fur babies.
Yeah. The cool thing, we didn't get one, but they did show us these little vial things. So they also had folded this paperwork up. And well, not this particular paperwork. It was on like a smaller flyer. And they put it inside of a capsule. It was like a
pill bottle.
A pill bottle, right? And it was super airtight. So that way you can just grab it, throw it in something. Again, we told you we have a backpack. You can take that, grab it, throw it in your backpack. You always have that information with you. If you want to carry something like this, just have it in a safe place, in your house or in your car, in your glove compartment. I know my grandmother always told me keep it in my travel luggage. So anytime I go anywhere, I already have a copy in my travel luggage, a copy of my ID, my passport, all of my information.
That's actually a good spot to keep it because in case of an emergency, you're usually going to grab your luggage because you want to be able to put your stuff inside. So that usually is what you grab is your bags and your suitcases. So if you know that, hey, I have my safety stuff right there inside these documents or inside of this luggage, like that's actually a really good place to have it because that's one of the things that you will grab is a suitcase.
Right.
Okay.
Or your backpack. So if you are a backpack person, throw it in your backpack, like just somewhere safe, so that you have that information.
Yeah. And so they also gave some steps to take for a disaster. So like step 1 is family planning. Step 2 is plan an escape route. So check with your family members. Step 3 is home. Know how to get in and out of your home. What are some different entries if you have multiple entries? Know the location, how to shut off things. So if there's a fire, what do you shut off? So making sure that you're prepared, the documents and having those documents in place.
Sorry, and when you said escape route, that plan, also have a map. Because a lot of people don't know their area. Like I always, when I would go to my mom's house, I would always tell her, there's only 2 entrances here. It's one way in, one way out. So that's extremely scary if one of
something happens.
The areas were to get cut off. Like how would you get out of that town? Like know your escape route.
Yeah.
Know the quickest and easiest way to either get to a freeway, which is probably going to be crowded. So make sure that you also know your back roads.
Back roads, those off the beaten path routes. But step 5 is getting your personal care items. Step 6 It's also having like the non-perishables, having canned goods. That's something that we also believe in, is making sure that you have canned goods. Communication. Get walkie-talkies like the crank radio. So have different things, a ham radio. Having those different tools to be able to communicate, because if the cell towers go down, then how would you be able to communicate with those or hear what's happening if you don't have that, telecommunications in different ways.
And if you can get a walkie-talkie that does at least 50 to 100 miles radius, please do so. I know a lot of people try to go out and they get the little kid walkie-talkies. Those work as well, but only if you're within the
like a
50-foot radius. You want to be able to, if you guys get separated 50 miles,
you want to make sure that you can connect and contact each other.
Exactly.
And then also remember to be ready. So I think that that's one of the most important ones. I think we started off with that. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's important, is for not just you, but your family to know what the plan is and how we execute the plan so that we don't have to get ready. We heard one of our guys from MMG, React Train, he said that once a month he does a random drill with his family in the middle of the night. And he just does it randomly. Nobody knows but him when they're going to do it. Like, not his wife, not the children. Like, nobody knows when he's going to do it. But he does that to make sure that they don't have, like, if something is to happen, that everyone knows the plan. It doesn't matter. He has a newborn. Like,
there's a burglar. If there's a flood.
Yeah.
Some of the people in the residents over in the northeast of Wilmington, like, had 10 feet of water. You cannot stand in 10 feet of water.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of water.
Yes. And so they had to swim out. So they also gave some suggestions on some things that they would want to know, that they do want to learn. And somebody actually suggested swim classes. That is somebody who has been in a flood, because then somebody said life jackets.
Yeah.
So that's important, because if you are in a flood, we saw with Hurricane Katrina, these people, like, how do you swim, like Vernae just said, in 10 feet of water? So you want to make sure that we're prepared. So we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep giving this information. When we learn it, we're going to teach it to you. We're going to give it to you, because this is about us building our community up. This is about us finding these resources, knowing what to do if there is an emergency, and being ready.
That's right. Reach one, teach one.
Yeah. And that's what we're about. We're about building wealth one mindset at a time, and preparing and being prepared and having a plan is part of wealth. Another thing that we received.
Oh, that's the map. Hold on. Close it up so they can see the front. Ashley, we want you guys to see this. All right. So this is, and we'll actually put a copy of it in there.
The Resident
Awareness and Emergency Preparedness Packet.
Guide.
Excuse me.
So it's featuring shelter-in-place evacuation information and emergency hazardous material incident evacuation routes. So that's that. And
we'll take a snapshot and show you guys.
Yeah.
And there's a map. Exactly what I was asking for.
So this is just Delaware. But you guys, we'll put a whole thing up for you.
Yeah. We'll make it smaller. But all right.
So this is it.
Let's go ahead and put that down.
But it's other stuff on here.
Oh, okay. You're right.
Now she the one that told me to open it, and now when I didn't open it, now she want me to close it.
It's bigger than our head. You see this?
I know, but you see, so this is the map. It gives us a lot of different information. All right. So,
all right. Now we'll show you guys a smaller copy of that.
But
it has a emergency evacuation supply kit, shelter in place for evacuation, municipalities, what to do in case of an emergency, important items to have and to remember,
the family communication and evacuation plan, some useful websites, what's your emergency plan, national terrorism system. It's a lot of stuff. So yeah, so that's that. But for our lunch break, we actually were able to go over to the ribbon cutting,
the reopening of a library.
Yes, of the North Wilmington Library. It's been closed. It's been being renovated, but today they were well, they did the ribbon cutting for opening it or reopening the library. So they gave us some free stuff. We were able to be around some people. I'll show you some, put some videos up there so that you can kind of see. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll be able to see more of our, like, in our stories and stuff. So here are some of the books that we received.
Patricia Raven. I don't know if I said her name right.
Yeah.
But
Raybon. Double the Lies.
Yeah. So we actually had to leave early to get back to the resilience event, but but there were authors there that were signing books. We didn't get an opportunity to get our book signed, but we were able to get some books. So she actually had 2 books there.
So Double the Lies and All That Is Secret.
Yep. And the thing I love about this is they were all Black authors, guys. Like, these are amazing books. Let's get Oliver Powers Through by, who's this one by?
Janae Brown Wood.
So thank you for this lovely book. We'll be reading all of these and then definitely taking them to our mentor groups to allow them to read them. Grandma's Tiny House.
This is her also, the same author. So.
Imani's Room.
Moon.
Our Moon.
This is also by Janae Brown Wood. This is awesome.
Crown and the Ode to the Fresh Cut. So this one we were able to get signed. We were lucky we got back in time just enough for the illustrator to sign our book.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Right?
Our signed copy.
Yes. It's pretty dope.
Right. I'm really excited to read all of these. And I missed Malcolm X's daughter, who was there as well. Elijah Shabazz. Malcolm Little.
Says the boy who became Malcolm X. And then
we have 2 copies. Ashley actually got a signed copy also of The Crown.
Yep.
Excuse me. In case you guys want to see her signature. So she won't take my book. Ashley got her own copy.
So I'm going to take your book.
You know how it is when you're in a relationship. Nothing's yours.
That you are absolutely correct. You are absolutely right. But yeah, this is awesome. Like, this was really, like, this was amazing. This was an amazing day. We had so much fun. We got so much knowledge, just everything. So from beginning to end, we had some food, some subs. Vernae is learning how to be an East Coast girl because she's like, I don't like subs, but she's happened to become accustomed to what we eat here. But
it was pretty good.
It was. Yeah, because they had all the stuff on it. But yeah, today was a really good day. So now we're about to relax. We're about to chill. About to have some stuff that I need to work on. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. But I am getting a little hungry. Maybe Vernae will cook some dinner.
I can make some cabbage and some. I can whip up a couple things.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. So we want to say thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this conversation, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up, a like, a share, a comment. Let us know if this was a good conversation.
Say hi, subscribe.
Yeah, let us know. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. What do you want to hear? What do you want to talk about? Because starting the conversation is important, and knowing what to say and what you do want to learn, that's also important to us. So again, thank you for tuning in. And this is The Real Unwind.
It's Real Unwind.
And you have a great day.
Yeah. And if you guys want to work with us, Ashley left that out. Sorry. If you guys want to work with us, we're going to put some links in the bottom on how to get in touch with us. Vernae, the mortgage loan officer, NMLS 2296382.
And I am Ashley, your money mindset coach. You can find me on Real Urban, which is RHEAL. We'll go ahead and put that up right here. But you can find me on Real Urban. We have classes that you can sign up for so that you can learn how to get ready and prepared financially If home ownership or being a business owner is something that you want to do, we can help you get to that destination and that goal with getting your mindset prepared, getting your finance prepared, and then getting you into whatever that dream is that you have for yourself. So we want to say thank you again. You got anything else?
That's it.
All right. You have a great day.
See you guys.
Peace.
So.